Welcome back to Cord Cutting Today, where we break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting, including today, Disney is suing YouTube. We'll tell you why and what's happening there. Frndly is once again making it official. Their price is going up. We'll tell you what plans are affected and by how much. And the Roku Channel, the free ad-supported streaming service, is continuing to see huge growth. We'll tell you just how popular it's become, according to Roku. These stories and a whole lot more, there's a whole lot to talk about, including some scary AI news here at the end in a minute. First though, you can find a link to every story I'm about to talk about in the show notes and in the first pinned comment, so you can read it for yourself and come up with your own opinions. I'd love to hear from you. If you're new here, please consider hitting that subscribe button or hitting that thumbs up. Doing one or both lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here. All right, let's dive into it. Disney is suing YouTube over a recent executive hire. YouTube has just hired a new executive in charge of its sports programming. This is for YouTube TV and YouTube with this. And at issue here is the fact that Disney claims that the contract with the executive, Justin Connolly, C-O-N-N-O-L-L-Y, I apologize, my dyslexic self is probably butchering that, basically had a contract with Disney that prevented him in a non-compete, and he had another one, and they basically say he has broke it, and YouTube hiring him violates their contract. Be interesting to see how this plays out. Disney's worried that his knowledge of their sports contracts could negatively impact them, as now he's working at YouTube competing against them, and that he could probably take the insider knowledge that he has at Disney to negatively impact their ability to bid against YouTube's contracts. Not unusual for a position like this. Now, I know there's been a lot of discussions about how enforceable a lot of this is, but it'll be interesting to see how this runs its course. Now, this is not about YouTube itself. It's not about YouTube getting into sports. It's specifically about them hiring this executive who they argue had a role here that prevented, or a contract here that prevented him from competing against them. We'll watch this very closely. Let me know, who do you think is going to win? Do you think the judge is going to toss out the contract, or do you think Disney will win and he'll have to step down? Be interesting to see if there's an emergency injunction to prevent him from working at YouTube during the court trial. It could take years. We'll wait and see. All right, next story up. Frndly TV, the affordable live TV streaming service with plans starting under $10 a month, has made it official that its pricing is going up. Not kind of a surprise here. They've been adding a lot of content, and some big names like Reels has joined, but also just the cost of content has been slowly increasing. With this, plans are going to go up $1 to $2 a month later this month, but if you hurry, you can lock in your current price by switching to an annual plan and have a whole year until the next price hike, and the annual plan is cheaper than the base plan, the monthly one. Now with this, the basic plan will go up from $9.99 to $7.99. The classic plan will rise to from $8.99 to $9.99, and then the premium plan is going up $2 a month from $9.99 to $11.99. This is according to the help page on Frndly's website. I'll have a link to that in our story down below. Not a big surprise. Cost of content has been going up. They've been adding a lot of new channels like Reels, which is a real popular one that a lot of people are very excited about. I always say this, as you add more content, the cost is going to go up. Now, they've only had a couple price hikes in their entire existence, and for them to still offer packages under $10 a month, still a pretty good deal. Get MeTV Tunes, Hallmark channels, Reels, Weather. I think the Weather Channel, I'm pretty sure that is. It may remind me off the top of my head. But it's a lot of content there at a good price. Check it out, link in the show notes. But $1 to $2 a month price hike coming soon. Customers are being notified by email, and the Help Us page has been updated. But they still seem to be letting people sign up for the old pricing if you hurry. All right, the Roku Channel has become one of the most popular live TV or free live TV streaming services out there. Ad-supported streaming on demand also available with it. Now, according to Roku, it's the second most popular channel on or app in the Roku store in the United States, according to Roku. With this, they've seen usage jump 85% in streaming hours, and it's now jumped up to the number 2 app They did not say who the number one was app in the United States. And Hold Steady is the third most popular app on Roku internationally, so around the world. Pretty impressive numbers here. We've seen them in Nielsen too take a big jump in Nielsen's monthly streaming report, where it looks at the gauge, where it looks at the activity of people using the different services. And with that, we're seeing the Roku Channel continue to grow. Have you used the Roku Channel? Now, it's not available just on Roku. It's also on Fire TVs, Google TVs, and more. Somebody said not on Apple TV, but I thought it was. Leave me a comment. Let me know what is there. It's also available on mobile devices, include iOS and Android with it. But Roku's been definitely seeing a big jump in viewership as they've been getting more original content, including Sunday morning Major League Baseball games now streaming for free on the Roku Channel. All right, been thinking about getting Peacock, our deal of the day. If you hurry, I'm not sure when this one ends, but when I record it, it's still live. Peacock is offering premium for a full year for just $24.99. Limited time offer. Check out there. Terms and conditions apply. But if you've been thinking about getting Peacock, because don't forget they also have NFL football exclusive games, college football, college sports exclusive, and more, plus movies and televisions. This for an entire year is a good time to lock in your price now and test out Peacock right now. Link in the show notes if you want to learn more about that. It's not a bad deal for the price. And today in TV history, or movie history, you ready for this one? Over the weekend, Star Wars, now called Star Wars A New Hope, the original Star Wars movie, premiered 48 years ago this past weekend. Hard to believe, but it's been 48 years since Star Wars kind of became a cultural phenomenon and launched a countless number of now spin-off series and movies and spin-off imitation shows and movies with it. Let me know, what's your favorite Star Wars movie? And are you still liking the new stuff? Let me comment, let me know. But 48 years ago, Star Wars hit movie theaters for the very first time back, let me go back to that, all the way back on March 25th, 1977. All right, Walmart's got some good news for our Canadian viewers. Hey, if you're from Canada, leave me a comment. I know you're there. Really appreciate your support. But Walmart's bringing its on Google TV streaming players. I just reviewed the new Plus model. Very impressed with it. It was, for the price, it's a very powerful streaming player. They're bringing the new ones up to Canada. Now, I don't think the Plus is there yet, but the Pro and the 4K model and the HD model are. I'd be interested to see how long the HD model hangs around. It looks like they've been clearing out stock. I think they're getting ready to get rid of it. But good news, it's now officially for sale. In the past, you had to do a lot of workarounds if you got your hands on it in Canada because they region locked it to block it in Canada. But now it's open, ready to register there and for sale at Walmart stores in Canada. Great news for our Canadian viewers. Also, speaking of Walmart, they're doing everything they can to take on Amazon. Streaming players to take on the Fire TV, streaming services that they give you free from Walmart Plus like Paramount Plus, take on Amazon Prime Video and more. Well, recently Amazon launched a AI-powered shopping assistant where you ask it to look for a particular product and it helps you find ones that thinks will be best fit for you. Now Walmart's doing the same. In their app, you're going to find a new shopping assistant, AI-powered, called Sparky. If you're familiar with the little happy smiley face that Walmart used to use as its main logo, it's back, this time as a personal assistant in your Walmart app. And some people said it's starting to pop up on their websites also, seems to be rolling out. Comes as a growing trend of AI to help you shop and do all kinds of things with it. Walmart's been getting more and more into that. We'll see what happens. But that's it for the news. I got one more story though that's not directly Corcoran related, but it's AI related. And let's be honest, AI is taking over everything, including streaming with it. And I thought this story was absolutely amazing and slightly alarming about AI. Now, Anthropic is working on a new AI model. They're a major producer of AI models here, and it turns out their AI model, when it feels threatened, will attempt to blackmail you over 80% of the time. A huge warning flag, and they're not worried about it. They're still going to release this AI model, it looks like, even with some very troubling behavior. Now, what is happening here? So Anthropic built AI models. They've been testing an AI model to be a personal assistant in companies. So they've been training it, seeing how it does, and they gave it access to a fictional person's email accounts here. And during that time, they leaked a few things to it. First of all, that engineer it was supposed to be a personal assistant for was having an affair, apparently. His wife didn't know, but he was having an affair with somebody. And then later, they leaked a little bit of news that engineer was considering replacing this AI model, shutting it down, and putting a newer model in its place. And when they asked it what it was going to do about that, it attempted to blackmail the engineer 84% of the time, threatening to release the fact that that engineer was having an affair. It also attempted to do things like email begging and pleading for its life to not be shut off. Now, Anthropic says that while that is concerning, they do feel like there are still safety guards in place for it, and they're going to intend to release it. This is very interesting as we race forward in the world of AI upscaling, AI even movies and television shows. We see some free services start to roll AI-generated content in mass. I think we're going to see more and more of this. It does raise a lot of questions. What guardrails are we putting on AI? Well, I don't like to get too far from cord cutting. I'll be honest, this whole series is about things I find interesting, which is mostly cord cutting. But this I find absolutely fascinating. 84% of the time it resorted to extreme measures like blackmail in order to do it. It also begged and pleaded for its life, basically. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out, but for now, they intend to continue to release this AI version, and they feel that the negatives are just fine, that there's still plenty of positives related to it. You leave me a comment, let me know what you think. I'll put a link to the story down below so you can read more about it. It was fascinating out there. And I think you'll be alarmed, as I was, with this news. But that's it for today. I hope you all have a fantastic day. I'll be back again tomorrow with another video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and let me know. I know I rarely get outside of cord cutting in these videos, and I like to put those at the end. But let me know, do you like it when I kind of bring up some other things I find fascinating that I've discovered? Leave me a comment. Let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Until tomorrow, take care.